Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the NightOwl Minecraft server. My name is Bubba and today we are back at our base, finally. After many episodes of doing stuff at the shopping district and shenanigans over at tracks and pretty much everything else. Oh, squid farm too. I think we did a squid farm last time, in between the last time I built anything here. I've been really taking my time with this base, which is, okay, because obviously there'll always be other projects to do. Let me move this. Alright, hopefully that helps a little bit. Okay, so today what I wanted to do was do more development along the base. So, so far, for this part of our base, we have this retaining wall, which has a walkway going all around it, and the glorious anvils, which are amazing. That we can still have so much iron. I need to do it all the way around there, and I still need to do it all around there. We also put in lights along the bay, and we have these houses, which I did build in an episode. Mostly off camera, but still built them in an episode. Very cool. And what's cool about these houses is that they are built into the mountains, so the inside of them are actually in the mountain. And same with all the others too, the other two houses. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today as well, over in this area, which we dug out an area that was looks like I'm going to be building at night, so I took so long, which was kind of slanted down inward. I ended up just cutting it in, and we're going to be building houses along here, which I have outlined and showed, I believe, last episode, our plan. And this is going to be our mining district, because I have a staircase here that goes down into the mines, and we're also going to do something with this. So I just want to get started. I have a bunch of building materials. I want to get started by adding a kind of an entrance to the mine that has a very I don't know, downtrodden feel to it. So let's make a bunch of these campfires. Probably didn't make that many. And we also need some spruce stairs. And we're just gonna ballpark these smaller houses, like the houses that are in the sides of the mountains. I'm just going to kind of do them as I go. Another thing about this area that I'm going to do is a miner's house that has a crane with a pile of minerals hanging over here. So what we're going to do with this beacon hole is kind of extend it into like an organic shape that goes all the way down. So that's where we're going to have the miner's house hanging the pile of ores over. There was one more thing that I wanted to do. I believe these are fences. Yeah. Okay, so let's just get right to it. Probably need this more than I need a shovel. Luckily this area is pretty lit up, so shouldn't have too many issues. Let's see, actually, I think I want to out one. Because I want to do this. Not that. I'll just do that. Place it. Oh. One thing about building is that I always seem to misplace the blocks. Now, what I want to do with the campfires, I'm not sure if I want to put them on the ends. I want to put them like so. I think to put them out, you just... Yeah, there we go. Alright, I do want to try one other thing. Instead, when building, it's a lot of just tinkering around as you go. So, I'm probably going to skip to be off camera. We need to use this, I believe. Yeah. Alright. Unfortunately, I can't use my axe because it doesn't have fortune on it. Can't really see the the staircase. There is one other thing we can try. I actually like the first one better. There's one other thing we can try. We can try to bring the stairs out. I guess I didn't need to do that. Like so. I think I'd rather do something like this actually. Taking so much time to build this. It's just a small thing. It's not even the houses. Nah, I think the first one looks the best. You guys can let me know in the comments what you think, but we're gonna stick with this. There we go. We could do this actually. Yeah. All right. We have the miner's outpost. Very intricate. I'm going to change the staircase, and I will be back once we have that. We have our mine put together, our stairwell. Took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Basically, the design I went with, we just used dark oak. Oh, okay. We used dark oak every couple of blocks and then filled it in with stone. We made smooth stone stairs at the top, and also smooth stone stairs at the bottom, but I interspersed some andesite and cobble stairs every so often, kind of break things up. One thing I do want to do eventually is put, we'll see if I can show you guys without destroying everything. I want to put, here, slime. Let's have this ready. I want to put water and then a staircase block, so it should drip. So when you're coming down, there's kind of like a drippage, leakage from the roof. Maybe that'll add a nice effect. I don't know. Maybe it's annoying. Also, it is particles, so it might cause lag. But yeah, that is the staircase down to the mine. I guess I could show you guys my little area if you haven't seen it yet. This is our mining area. Goes all the way down and around, all the way out there. We got our multiple beacons. For whatever reason, I didn't. That one's not active right now. And then we get a couple other over there. That is the kind of like the statue area in the bay. I haven't really shown you guys. That is the mining outpost one, and that is the volcano right there. So let's get back into it, what we were doing. I have a bunch of random stuff in my inventory now. Happens when I start building. It seems like I always just end up with a disaster of an inventory. Okay, so let's make a chest. We have these shulker boxes here, but I also want to make a that's a lot more than I needed. Oh well. Let's just throw this stuff in here. We'll just throw everything in here, then we'll take it out as we need. Okay, so for this build, what I want to do for the houses, I don't exactly want to use the same, I'm going to use the same style as those houses, and that's going to be the same style around the bay and for most of the island. But I want to not use so much color. And obviously there's like 3 colors there, which means I'm going to be building a lot of grayscale. So we're going to use the polished basalt and acacia instead of these logs. So let's start laying out the outlines of houses, and then we're gonna cut away and houses will magically be built. So yeah, stuff like that, and then this house will have acacia. I want this house to be a little bit taller. Also, these houses are going to be a lot smaller, just because I have to fit them into just this height, roof-wise. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. There we go. These polished basalt kind of look like trees, so that is one thing about them. It's interesting. We'll keep the outline here. This is going to be one house itself, and honestly, I might just make this like this whole section just one big house. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet. Let's 1, 2, 3. I want to make this section small. Then we'll make this one taller. I guess it doesn't even matter what we use here. The building is a lot of counting. There is one thing. Oh, you know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about my audio on the videos and the crackling, which if you haven't noticed, now that I mentioned it, you definitely do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I thought that I fixed it. I thought I found a way to fix it, but apparently that is not the case. That is not right. There's something I wanted to do here. I just don't remember what it was. I could make another way down to the mine shaft here. I could make another staircase. Maybe that's what I intended on doing. We're gonna leave that there until I remember. Okay, so I thought that I fixed the issue with the audio, but apparently I didn't. So now I kind of have to go back to square one, figuring out whether or not it is a problem with the editor that I'm using, which is probably the case, which I thought it was, or if it's something else, if it's the recording software, which is possible. This is the first time I've used this. 1, 2, 3. This is a small house. 1, 2, 3. We might just make this like a shack or something. Yeah, that might not look bad though. Making it like a shack. We'll even put this here. We'll do something with the put out. We're gonna use like a lot more of the waterlogged campfires. So yeah, if it is the editor, there's a couple things that could be wrong with it. It could be just like the rendering process. It could be the way I'm putting the file together. I don't really sure. It's not exactly my forte. But yeah, so let's I have a couple of doors. Let's figure out where these doors are gonna be. There they are. So this one is gonna be here, I know that much. And so yeah, that's that. I apologize for the poor quality on my microphone, but in my audio right now. I don't think it's the microphone itself. I'm pretty certain. There's another thing it could be, but I'm not really going to mention it right now. Alright, so we have a pretty good layout here. Let's see, for the houses, we'll just make this one very generic, like so. There we go. All right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll make that door right there. We'll leave this like this. Actually, to help me remember, you know what? It might have been like a smelting tent. Actually, I think that's what it was. All right, we will. We'll probably do that instead. And then this one we'll also just have in the middle And this one, do right here. Okay, so I'm gonna keep working on the outlines of things, and I will be back once we have more progress. And then we just have to, once we have the houses finished, I'm just going to kind of take all this grass out and beat up the area. Beat up the ground. Ugh. Ugh. see you then. And we are back. Right now we're over at our dock. You know, our original houses, because I want to do a grand reveal. It's been a few days of real life since I recorded the first 2 clips of this episode, and a lot has happened. I made a lot of progress over at the mining district, I guess we can call it, the miners outpost. I guess miners outpost. But yeah, so we filled in the ground like I said I was going to. We beat it up. We beat up the ground, and also we have thrown up some houses. Actually, more. Actually, we have 3 houses, I think, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 4. But yeah, we went with a like almost completely gray color scheme. I want this section of the city to kind of feel downtrodden and beat up. Eventually we're going to have a house up there on the hill that has a crane coming down. I think I already mentioned that. And then we have these small little houses, you know, huts at best, that are going to have this retaining wall behind them, you know, kind of with a staircase wrapping up this mountain. But yeah, it's coming out good so far. I have a couple things to talk about. We still have this house to build. We have a couple of dead spaces that we need to kind of design a cliff, like an egressing cliff, right there. This is a house. Don't exactly know. We have 2 more houses, I believe. Yeah, this side is completely done. But we have a little miners outpost, tent area that we need to do. And we need to also make a cliff side right here and here. I'm not going to do that right now, actually. I'm just going to continue building houses. So we have these 2 lots that need work. And I don't exactly know what I want to do for this one. I think I want to make this house tall, like these. And I want to make this one just another shorter house. But yeah, the houses right now are still completely empty. Open the door and you get that. I did play around with some new blocks I haven't used before, really. This is the light gray stained clay up there. I think it adds a really nice color to it without, you know, differing too much. It's not exactly easy building in just gray. But I think so far it's coming out really well. We have our mine. We have this little I don't know, it's a small little hut, but it connects to this building, so that's a nice touch. And then we have our mine that goes all the way down, you know, our big hole in the ground that we kick the villagers into, or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so everything, you know, has been coming along here. Pretty much the only thing I've worked on in my base in a couple days. Let's see, I want to build windows and stuff here. Deciding which materials to use for the houses has been pretty difficult. I actually think I want to do this one in cobble, just to switch it up a little bit. Then the building itself is, you know, coming together pretty well. And also a nice color block combination I found is the basalt and cobble, and they have the same texture as so basalt on the side doesn't look like cobble, but if you place it sideways it's actually directional. So if you place it on the side there, it looks like cobblestone, these 2. So that's a cool it's just, you know, a darker cobblestone, really. So that's something cool you could probably play around with and do cool stuff with. But yeah, before we end this episode off, I do want to make some more progress. So let's just fill this in. So I do want to talk about, before we, you know, Do I want to do that or do I want to do this? I don't really want it to be on the same level, actually. So we're gonna do this. Building on camera is interesting. I do want to talk about this series and just my YouTube series in general real quick before we end this episode off, because we're pretty much out of time if I'm, you know, correct in my thinking of how long I've been recording for. Pretty much NightOwl, these episodes that I've been making take a decent amount of time to produce, and if you guys watch my videos don't know, I actually have 2 jobs in real life, and I've recently started working more often at one that I wasn't working at, you know, very frequently. What did I come over here for? Nothing. I have stairs. So, I'm trying to post NightOwl videos 3 times a week. Well, that looks really short. I don't know. We could do something that like goes up like that, and then this is like its own thing. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep that up for, is basically what I'm getting at. So we might have to go down to 2 NightOwl videos a week. Just either that, to keep like the level of content that I have in an episode, or I could continue doing 3 videos a week and just have, just not get as much done per an episode. Like, I was doing in one NightOwl episode, I was getting a project done per an episode, which, you know, isn't really sustainable right now for YouTube with what I do in real life currently. So what am I doing? I don't know. So I'm gonna play around with these buildings, and by next episode I will probably have this, you know, below area done, I hope. And I don't know if our next project is gonna be to build the house up here. Actually, we can, no, it's nighttime, let's fly around. Yeah, this is what it looks like from above. Right up here, the empty house, is going to be the miner's house, you know, and then there's going to be a crane that goes over the top of this building and right diagonal into this hole, which is going to be holding, like the crane's going to hold like a platform that has a bunch of diamond ore on it. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know it is always great to make progress. That's the word I'm looking for. Progress on our base, and that's what we did today. I think we made quite a bit. I like this house. I like that house even better. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please write down in the comments what your feelings are about switching over to 2 episodes a week, just to maintain a level of quality and get actual things done, or keeping 3 episodes a week and, you know, kind of you know, suffering on progress per video, I guess I would say. But yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.